People, Deluded, a quick one. I'm not going to be here too long, people, because I'm quite hungry and I don't need to be here quite long, you know. As you lot know, I like our young players and it's going to be an interesting one. Tyrese John Jules will probably head out on loan. There'll probably be some other loan spells, but so far, confirmed loan spells. The two I want to speak about quickly in Trae, Coyle and Medley. You've got them two. You've got Swanson off the top of my head. You've got, say, 2-2 off the top of my head. Who else have you got? There's a cut. I'm definitely missing one out. There's been quite a few. You get the point, people. And I want to speak about Saka. First and foremost, as you lot know, Trae, Coyle and Medley, they've gone to Gillingham to get their feet wet in League One and play senior football. And you know, they're playing in pre-season games and they're looking bit stronger by every game. You know, you look at Medley. He got another 90 minutes in the pre-season game against Cambridge. It was a 0-0 draw. He also obviously got to make an appearance where he played the first half. I think this was his first game against Watford for them, and you know, I think he obviously got to play against Reading in the 2-1 defeat. And it might only be pre-season for a lot of people, himself included, but he's going to learn a lot. And I'd implore you all to listen to Medley and Coyle speak on Gillingham's website, man. I like the way Medley speaks. You know, he seems to want to relish the task of not only playing in League One and, you know, not only playing in League One, but really helping the team achieve their targets. He speaks like a senior player and he seems like he's relishing that pressure in that nobody cares that I'm a 20-year-old inexperienced centre-half. I've come from Arsenal. I've said I like to ball play. Fans and the players and the coaches are going to look at me to do that. And he seems to be on that. Trae, Coyle the same. The way Coyle speaks, he seems like he's here for business as well. In the case of Coyle, people, he even said, the league is a very competitive one and it's a league that I know I'll improve by playing in. The club did very well last year and the manager made it obvious he wanted me to come here and that was great. So hopefully they both have great campaigns, people. And you know, for Coyle, he got to 65 minutes against Cambridge United. He also got to play the second half in a friendly against Watford. I'm not too sure if he got to play against Reading, people, but it's nice to see that they're adapting with their team and they're confident. You lot know me, it's a tough ask to keep track of all of these young players, but I'm going to try my best to keep track of how they're developing because I genuinely want them to all do the best whether they make it here or not. They're from Hale End. I know Medley technically came from Chelsea, but he's a guy I want to do well, man. I just want to see, especially these young black boys, I want to see them do very well, people. So yeah. Lastly, in relation to Saka and his omission from the England squad, which he deserves it. Admittedly, he did look a bit tired towards the end of the season. He's human. I can't understand it. I know he's not a left back long term by the club's admission, but you ain't got a left back within that team. But it is what it is. Southgate has said, I feel he's more of an attacking player. I know he's played at left back and he's given good contributions in the attacking sense. I know he's played in midfield and on the right as well. He's a very exciting player. It's still early for him, but he's a player we like and we're monitoring closely. I think Foden in particular has been patient for his opportunity and we've taken our time with that. You know, it did take a while for Foden and Sancho, to be fair. Greenwood's in the team and deservedly so. But for me, you know, I've been saying Foden should have been in that England team time ago. They've got it right with Greenwood. Greenwood is one of these youngsters. You fast track, you get experience. Let's try and do with Phil Foden, with Saka, with Greenwood and the other young players. Let's try and do what the Germans did with Ozil and Muller and Kroos, in that they had them dominating the under-21s. They had them doing a couple things and then, you know, they've progressed all the way to winning the World Cup respectively. That's what we've got to do. And also for some of the players not mentioned. And he said, yes, Saka had a very good season with Arsenal. He was not in the team at the very end, but had a very good season of progress. And he's a player we are watching very closely. And deservedly so. So keep working, Saka. It will happen for you, man. You know, I wish Medley and Coyle all the best as well. Keep working, Saka. But for now, that's all I wanted to speak about. Just briefly wanted to talk about our two loanees to Gillingham and offer my opinions on Southgate's thoughts, you know, on what he's done. And to be fair, you know, Southgate, they not even away from the players I've said, you know, you look at some of the options in defence that's been selected, a certain Everton goalie that's been selected. If he starts, he's running a mockery because Dean Henderson and Pope have been better than him. But for now, I've got nothing more to add, so I'm going to keep it moving. It's always a pleasure. Deluded.